Welcome to the Thin Blue Whiskey Wood Shop.
Yes,
It's too beautiful to be in the basement today,
it definitely is nice out.
and we are starting without Jay, but he's got 11 other bottles that he's going to be able to try.
That's right.
This is a brand new series that we are going to be starting.
Cooked up something special for the viewers here.
This is Shelf Skeleton. Buy, pass, have you seen them?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of this is, I was talking to my buddy at Brooks Liquors right here in Salina, and he said, "Hey, what do you think about me throwing some bottles together and letting you review them and see why these things aren't selling?" And this particular one, first up, is Blackened. The Metallica.
Yes. That's all the more we can say or they'll sue us.
I can't even put the music in the background because I don't think it'll play. But
You can go watch Stranger Things, one of the final episodes in season 4. You can get the song.
so this is the Blackened cast strength. It's about $60 ish. It's 60.4.
It's proofy. Like
ABV.
it's a big one.
Yeah, 120.8 proof. This is volume 4. It's a limited edition. Fancy. But it doesn't sell.
It sat on. It was
it is set and died
literally
on
dusty.
his shelf.
Yep.
So we're here to tell you, maybe you have seen this thing on your liquor store shelves and you have often wondered,
Yep.
is it worth a shit? Should I give that a try? $60 isn't exactly cheap, and I can
No.
totally understand it's a celebrity-backed whiskey.
That's
None
the-
of those ever...
They almost always suck.
Yeah, except for apparently the Matthew McConaughey that you were telling me about that won some fancy whiskey of the year.
Yeah, I don't even know. He's not returning my emails. We're trying to get a bottle from him,
Yeah.
but you know.
Matthew isn't apparently a subscriber to the channel.
Yet.
And
We're trying to get him. We're trying to get Jason Momoa. We're trying to get all the big ones.
Oh, yeah,
Ryan Reynolds.
we'll review the hell out
Oh,
of
yeah.
Jason Momoa's vodka.
We'll get on anything you guys. We're not big gin drinkers, but if Ryan Reynolds wants to drop off some of that, you know, we're there.
We'll
for
let
you,
you
buddy.
know, but we're going to be honest.
Yeah.
So we're going to be honest on this Blackened cast strength. And, well, as you can see, it's open, so I've had it. Jimmy has not. But why is this thing just set on a shelf and die?
Yep.
And
We're fixing to
should
find out.
you go out and not
Yeah.
look past this bottle? Should you pick it up for $60? So
All
here we
right.
go. We do have some ice. We're going to try
gonna
it
try
neat
it
first,
both
and
ways,
then
yeah.
we are going to humor Jimmy and go on the rocks.
For the Metallica fan in your life.
I just wish we could have a subtle Metallica background music. But
That's it.
do you think we could? Do you think that'll?
That was just
Do
me.
you think that'll trigger?
Nah. I
Okay,
think
good.
The algorithm won't get us the. All right.
I'm interested because I'll tell you what I thought of
I
it.
know it. It smells a little grainy and a little proofy right off the bat.
Bingo. It is.
Yeah.
It's very grain forward.
It's
And I will say, not my favorite right off the bat.
I would gather
That's a
that.
note that I don't like.
No, and all the reviews that we've done, 100 plus videos and all the different bottles, you know, the ones that just hit you over the head straight away usually don't end well either.
So do you know this? Do you know Blackened? Do you know the kind of the story behind
No.
like their aging and stuff?
Nope, I don't
So
know.
they actually age their whiskeys in a room where they pump Metallica music up against the whiskey barrels. And the reverberation of the and I'm guessing
Apparently
it's really loud.
It does something to, I would imagine.
So it gets that, supposedly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume that this is a really young whiskey.
Mm-hmm. It tastes very young. You know, it's not terrible. It almost has a little sweet vibe to it, like a sugary. I mean,
It's proofy. That's you get. I will say that's way better than the last time I drank it.
when you fresh cracked it.
Yes, fresh crack wasn't good.
It's, again, agnostic of the brand, the bottle, the band, whatever. If you gave this to me, I'd be like, yeah, it's not bad. It's hot, like it's proofy, but
Yeah, it is very. It's very caramel.
it's sugary sweet.
corn, dusty corn, grain forward.
I think when we put it on ice, it's going to make it even worse. I'm going to be honest with you. We may end up skipping that and putting something else in it. But the bottle's cool. If you're a Metallica fan, yeah. So again, back to the whole shelf skeletons. This didn't move in our market, and there's a ton of like 90s rocker hair metal guys like me laying around. But if you see it on your shelf, maybe your local liquor store dude will cut you a deal if it's not moving. You never know. But I'd say it's a cool bottle to have. I don't think it's a daily drinker. I don't know if $60 is.
Okay. That is way better than when I first opened it. When I first opened it, I was like, ooh, yes, we got it. I figured Jay was going to hate it. I figured it was going to be way too aggressive.
It is.
You were not going to like it at all.
It's like licking sandpaper, but I mean, it's not Enter Sandman, but, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't hate it, but it wouldn't be my daily jam for sure. It's too sugary for me.
Yeah, it is sugary.
We can try a little bit of this and just see what happens.
I put 2 because they were frozen.
Yes, the science.
Now, I do agree with you. I think this is going to be terrible.
It's going to be worse. A lot of these that have that really grain forward, it's not exactly mellow corn, but I mean, they get way worse when you put ice in them.
That almost brings out a floral thing. The nose actually got better.
And I could
with
be
the
wrong.
Ice.
I'm happy to be wrong in this case, but
that turned it really bright.
I don't know. My face is telling the viewers here that it's not that great, but
no.
It
improved the nose. It worsened the palate. It got really astringent and sharp.
Yep.
It was proofy to begin with. Now it's
just kind of
it's
sour,
sharp.
funky,
sharp.
It's
sour on the finish. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool bottle, cool story behind it. I don't know.
If you believe believe the whole BS with the music having anything to do with it.
Yeah. Get on Napster. Go download a bunch of their stuff illegally. Highly recommend. Sorry, Lars.
Oh, God. I don't think Jay's missing much on this one, to be honest. I
think he would also dislike it.
A lot.
It doesn't, this to me ranks right up there with like some sub $20 bottles we've reviewed that are just, they're garbage, but you knew it because you only paid $17 or whatever for it. So
it's tough to put a value on this one because it's celebrity backed. They're all going to be a little bit inflated because of the name that's behind them. But if you were to pour me this blind, I would tell you that I like the proof on it, but that's about it.
Yep.
But it's not done all that well.
There are better celebrity backed whiskeys.
I'm going to say value on this $30.
If you could, get it on some super clearance rack, it's not bad. It's a $30 or less, but I wouldn't spend $60 for sure.
Yep. Pass on 60.
Pass.
So this shelf skeleton
is going to stay there. It didn't move. It didn't move for a reason, and we can now tell you why.
That's exactly right. So, but yeah, like you said, if you can find that at like a Costco or a Sam's, Sam's doesn't sell liquor here in Kansas, but if you live in one of those cool states where grocery stores sell hard liquor, and you get this on a Uber clearance rack, then
pick it up.
I'm saying that might be worth it.
And it might get better as there's more air in the bottle. I mean,
or it could be a really good mixer with something.
It probably wouldn't. I mean, it's already kind of sweet, kind of corn.
And the proof and the harshness is going to cut through any kind of cocktail you put with it.
Yeah, maybe there is a second life for Blackened, but straight up and on the rocks, that's a big no.
Yeah, agreed. So there you go. What do you think of the Blackened? Have you had it? Are we wrong? Does it sit on your guys' shelves wherever the heck you're at? Let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time, hopefully with Jay right here on Thin Blue Whiskey.